Hey Vapors, today I have a video for you on the Kanger Jenny Tank series. Got the Jenny Tank Mini here, we got the Jenny Tank, also have the Mega, and the Giant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be unboxing these tanks. I'm going to show you what they look like. We're going to go ahead and take them apart, and we're going to fill one for you, and then I'm going to do a little bit of matching up with the battery and see what they look like on different battery mods and whatnot. Alright, so here we go. Here's another look at your tanks, the Jenny Tank family. Now we're going to start out with the Mini here. Slide those up out of the way a little bit. This is the Mini. This is kind of a look at the packaging. Comes in there, and here's your instruction booklets and your authenticity. Now it's important to read this stuff. I know people get excited when they get their tanks in the mail and throw this off to the side and hurry up and fill it up and get the vape in, but it is important to read the instructions. So this is what the tank looks like here. And just to note, the Jenny Tank is a very affordable tank from Kangertech. Similar to the Aero tanks. And there's your 510 drip tip that comes inside. That's removable. Makes it easy to clean. And you can use any 510 drip tip you prefer on these tanks. It's Ego threaded. Right there. There you go. And then also in the package is a coil. Now these coils are included in each one of the packages. How many is different, but you will at least have one in there. So that's a look at the Mini there. Now what we can do is we can take this apart like so. That comes apart. Your drip tip comes off like I showed you. And then this comes apart also where your tank is. You're going to have a top piece, your glass tube, and your bottom piece. And that makes it real easy for cleaning. You can get in all them little cracks and crevices to get all that liquid out of there. So that goes back together. Base goes back in. Threads back together. It's pretty easy. I'm going to set that off to the side now. We'll take a look at the Jenny Tank. Also, instruction booklet, authenticity, similar packaging. Okay, now as far as taking it apart, it's all going to be the same. You got your extra coil included here. But one thing that does come with this one that's not in the Mini is going to be the beauty ring, which gets you from the smaller diameter Ego style batteries up to the 18.5 diameter of the tank itself. Now one more thing we'll go over while we have this one here, and this is going to be true with the rest of the tanks here that we're going to be looking at, is this has a 510 threaded connection, not the Ego style. Now this is also compatible with all the Ego batteries, but obviously you can see that it's a little different. And I'll put the Mini up here next to it to kind of give you an idea what the difference is. Okay, so this is going to thread around the outside of the battery, as where this is going to thread on the inside of it. So there's a look at the tank. They all have the adjustable airflow here. And this ring spins so you can adjust it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 air holes. And this is going to be on every tank in the Jenny Tank family. Okay, removable drip tip, just like the Mini. And I believe this holds 2.5 mils of liquid, or 2.8 rather, and the Mini holds 1.5. Now we'll take a look at the Jenny Tank Mega here. Now these tanks are getting bigger and bigger, that way they hold more liquid. Makes it a little easier, you have to fill them less. There you go, you have your instruction booklet, authenticity. Now this shows you, we'll go over this real quick. This is going to show you the parts that are included in it. You got a dual coil, metal ring, all that stuff's included. So go ahead and take a look at that. I'll give you some extra information. Okay, so here you go again with the beauty ring. Now the diameter of this tank is going to be even bigger than the other one, but it will go on an Ego style battery. You have your 510 threaded connection on the bottom, right there. And you can just see that the tanks are getting a little bit bigger. We'll compare this with the Mini. That'll give you an idea of the physical size. It's getting bigger, and this one holds 3.8 mils of liquid. Okay. Removable 510 threaded drip tip. And then we'll go ahead and we'll take this apart here for you. And the reason I'm doing this is because this has a little bit different setup for filling. Okay, there's your coil and the base. Now this has the holes in it. Now those holes don't mean anything as far as filling or anything different. You just choose one of those holes to add fluid to and fill it up. So another nice looking tank there. Set that off to the side here. And the last one we're going to go over is the Giant. Now this is the biggest of the tank series here. This one holds 4.5 mils of liquid. And this thing is a big tank. Okay. So this is the Giant. And this is the biggest of the tank series, like I said. It's got the 510 threaded connection, removable drip tip, like the rest. It also comes apart like the rest of the tanks do, and it also has them 4 holes, as you can see on the inside, like the last tank, like the Mega did. And then this is adjustable like the rest of them. Just pick your setting, and then you can customize your vape experience. You know, you might find that you get a little more vapor, a little more flavor at certain different airflow levels, and you just choose that as you go. So it's pretty simple and easy to use. Now what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to take a tank and I'm going to go ahead and do the original Jenny tank. Here it is. And I'm going to take it apart and I'm going to show you one quick tip that I use for filling the tanks. Okay. Now as you can see inside there, you have to fill it on either side of that piece in there, being careful not to get any liquid in that center chimney, because that'll end up going down into here, which will cause leaking and gurgling on your coil. So the easiest way that I've found is to take your regular Q-tip, and your Q-tip fits right down in there snug, just like that. Now that's going to prevent any liquid from getting down inside of there. And then after you do that, you simply take your liquid up against the side of that tank and then start to fill it. And this Q-tip idea really makes it easier, and that chimney size is the same on all the tanks. So the Q-tip is definitely easy, and it's nice to have a few Q-tips around for cleaning and getting certain spaces. You can clean threads. They're just an all-around good tool for cleaning and maintaining your tanks. So once you got some liquid in there, you simply just remove your Q-tip, take your base, put your base back in there, and tighten it up snug. You don't want to over-tighten it. And once you do that, you want to let that tank sit for a minute or two and let that wick absorb all that liquid so you don't have any kind of dry hits going on, no burnt taste. So we'll set that off to the side, and while we're waiting on that to wick up, I'm going to take a couple tanks here and I'm going to show you what they look like on different battery combinations. So here we go. This is the iPow2. And this is a variable wattage device, and it has the ohm readout and the wattage readout on there. And you adjust that by just spinning this bottom knob here. Okay. I also have your standard Ego battery. Now this is not adjustable. That has the Ego and the 510 thread inside. And the last one I have is the EVOD battery, and this is a variable voltage battery here. Now you can see there's different increments on there all the way around, and it goes from 3.2 up to 4.8. And you simply just find the indicator right here and you turn this knob until you find what setting that you prefer. Now for the Mini, it's nice to be able to run something like this, one of these smaller batteries. Now when you put the Mini on here, you can see how compact that is. That's very small. That's really easy to be able to carry around with you in your pocket, or they make lanyards that go around your neck you can carry it in, but it's really a pocket-friendly device, and it's good for taking out to work or on car rides and everything else like that. So that's really compact battery there. Now the next one that we're going to look at here is going to be the Genny-Tank Mega, and remember this one included this beauty ring here. Now the reason it has that beauty ring, and if we take our variable voltage EVOD battery here, this threads onto the Ego threads like so, and then the tank itself is going to thread into there. Just like that. So that looks pretty nice. And that just gives you, you can use these batteries on some of your bigger tank options. Okay, now the last one that I'm going to go over is going to be the regular Genny-Tank that we filled here. And I'm going to put that on this variable wattage iPow2. That's going to fit flush with the same diameter. And that's also a nice looking setup there. And the nice thing about the variable wattage and the variable voltage device is you can really customize your vape along with your airflow. You can find out what you prefer. You can turn the heat up. That's basically what you're doing with the wattage, is you're adding more power to the battery, or to the coil rather. And when you do that, you can get more flavor, or more vapor production, whatever you're looking for. So that's a look at that one. So I'm gonna take these off of here, and I'm gonna set them kind of side by side so you can get an overall look of each tank and what the differences is in size. And that's the big giant there. Here we go with the Mega. One more thing to mention, these tanks are really nice looking. They got a nice shine to them. And one thing that's good about that is if you're using these out in public or somewhere where your friends are around, they might ask you, well, what do you got there? What is that? And that way you can get the word out about vaping and let them know how it's helped you and how it can be a good alternative to smoking. But that's all for now.